Suzie Pellerin is the director of the coalition Poids. Do you like my accent? I lived in Ottawa for a couple of years. One of Canada's leading advocates for regulations and policies that promote healthy environments and choices. And Ms. Pellerin has been a catalyst for raising awareness and advocating for nationwide regulations of marketing advertising for unhealthy foods to children. So welcome.
Morning, everyone. So, as I mentioned this morning, I don't know if I was drunk when Sumi asked me for making two conferences in English the same day, but I'll do my best. So, if I have any problem, is there anyone in the room speaking in French? Okay, so maybe I'll ask you to translate some of my things. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm Suzie Pellerin. I'm with the Quebec Coalition on Weight-Related Problems. So our coalition is sponsored by the Public Health Association of Quebec. And our job, we have more than 250 partners coming from many areas, so municipal, schools, health, and they all support us in advocating for creating more supportive environment for healthy choice. So we are pretty active regarding marketing to children. We've been the first one to make some complaints about marketing to children in Quebec, and finally we've got the first fine for companies making marketing to children, and it was after 30 years of the law in force, but no surveillance, no complaints, and everybody was able to do what they want. So we work on obesity, of course. It's a main issue. Actually, it's related to many chronic health problems, and that cost us a lot of money. The American Association of Actuaries last year evaluated the cost of obesity to $30 billion a year for Canada. So some are more modest, I will say. It's less, but still it's a lot of money. And that's why also in Quebec, we are actually developing a policy on prevention of chronic disease and also a healthy food policy and another one on sport. So it's going to be a big year for us this year because we will have to influence many policies in Quebec. And of course, marketing to children will be in our target also. So the World Health Organization identify food marketing to children as one of that is priority to prevent chronic disease. And you should know that even in Quebec, we still have on TV more junk food marketing than Apple advertising. So a researcher from the Université du Québec à Montréal analyzed what's on the air and found out that even if it's not present to attract children, we still have junk food advertising on TV, mostly on the young TV channel, Much Music and things like this. So it's 3 on 4 fast food marketing. So, and that's for TV, but marketing to children can be sponsorship, product placement, sales promotion, cross promotion using celebrities, athletes, website, packaging, labeling on point of purchase, email, text message, which is pretty effective, philanthropic activity, and viral marketing. So I'll show you some example. Brian may showed you a lot of those, but maybe you have other ones. So toys and characters, isn't it fantastic to play with Barbie and Coca-Cola or Kevin and Pepsi? You can see that they are both associated with one of those brands. The one in the left hand corner about McDonald's, the cash register, we made a complaint to the Office de la Protection du Consommateur, and it's not considered as marketing to children. We did the same with the other one, which is the video Make Kids, and they're still investigating and hoping that they will make some fine to McDonald's regarding this. And I just want to remember you that McDonald's is in the Advertising Standard of Canada, so the self-regulation body, and they may sign something to say that they won't advertise to children, but maybe they forgot that. In-store marketing now, so there it's pretty effective because most of the decisions are made on the point of sale, and of course there is all the nagging factor. So the kids in the grocery store, sometimes they made some requests. If I think that there is some parents in the room and they saw it before. So as you can see, also the Santa Claus is in blue for Pepsi, and it's going to be in red for Coca-Cola, depending of the store if they're more in good relation with one or the other. Also, IGA. So it's been the first complaints that we made and the first fine in Quebec, but they still do some advertising in store because they can make it. It's legal to do so. The packaging, sometimes it's the opportunity to make some promotion, to bring kids to a website for advert games, and we've got some complaints about it also. But you can make it. We have the same packaging in Quebec than in Ontario. Special event. Why don't we invite you to the museum or having a big cake, Oreo cake for I think it was for a sick kids hospital. So they are always associated with good cause. Chubbyland. So it's a little sugar sweet beverage. It's really a small thing and you can enjoy. So advert games and the website are pretty effective because we were talking before about their brand loyalty. So it's more effective than advertising, which is only 30 seconds. In that case, the kids will play a long time, will create a relation, will be impliqué émotivement, involved emotionally. Yeah. So emotion will be involved. And so he is really in it. And sometimes can invite also his friend to play. So there is a viral impact, and we know that peer pressure at this time and peer influence is really powerful. So banning advertising to children. We are lucky. We are the only one with Sweden and Norway to ban advertising to children, and it's only two articles in the Quebec Consumer Protection Act. Pretty easy to adapt it to Ontario. We already made the exercise for every provinces of Canada and also at the federal level. So if you want any information, we have it on our website. We asked a lawyer to make a legal comparison. And so we have all the texts if you want to advocate for that. Pretty easy. So, and there is, of course, some regulation related to those two articles, but the main essential, sorry, is the nature of the goods advertised, the manner of presenting such advertisement, the time and place it is shown. So, is it attractive to children? Is in the way it is presented and also what is present? And is the children is in front of the TV screen or not at this time? Of course, it's really hard to relate the ban of advertising to children to reduction of obesity because, as you know, obesity is a multifactorial. We can't put kids in a little glass and it's okay. This one is not exposed to advertising to children, and the other one is exposed and he has less obesity than the other one. But we've got some research showing that French-speaking families in Quebec eat less in fast food than others. So we have some, and Bellis is the last study available about it. Okay, I was talking to you before about Igar. So Igar is a little cake. It has been launched in the kindergarten. So it's the Vachon company. They call at the kindergarten saying, "Do you want to take part to our LT sport program?" So the kindergarten doesn't have a lot of resources, so they want to have some new tools and some new activities. So they send. Finally, they receive a box. Inside, they had, of course, um, those kind of cookie or cake, but also some video about the Igar dance, and also some play, some things to measure kids, on the wall that you put on the wall, some reduction coupons for their parents, and a lot of things. So finally, we made a complaint, and it's been the first one, the first guilty play, and they've got a fine of $44,000. Not much. They stopped making advertising of that product, and some years after, they build on that. So they made a TV advertising, and Igor was in the armoire, in the kitchen, the what? The cupboard. They were in the cupboard. So Igor was hiding in the cupboard, and and saying, "Okay, the kids don't see me," and then so they really build on that. It contributes to their popularity. After that, their advertising company also pled guilty, and they got a fine of $16,000. We said, okay, let's say, because our goal is to have some example of many techniques used to advertise to children. So we said, okay, let's go with advert games. General Mills and Lucky Charm still in the Canadian advertising standard group, but still making some advert games. So children were able to invite their friends to play and to collect some marshmallow. And they pled guilty also, but they've got a big fine of $2,000. But it happened on a Friday afternoon. On Monday, we went to see all the sweet cereals company, and they introduced a new web page introduction, the welcome page. It was, "Oh, you mom, you're concerned about the health of your kids," and so they were not directly talking to the kids, but they're pretty creative, and they have a lot of resource, as you know. Burger King, they give some toys in restaurant, and it's not the toys which is illegal. It's it was with a little coupon saying, "Come back next week and you'll have the other one of the collection." So, but at least they pled guilty. McDonald's, they made some advertising during Christmas time. There is a channel presenting many movies, Asterix and things like this, Lucky Luke, and it's pretty popular. And they pled guilty just before the long construction vacation in Quebec, where 50% of the population is out. And that's funny because that Friday I was living on vacation, and I said to my staff, "Call me if McDonald pled guilty on Monday." They say, "I'll come." I said, "If I will be the communication manager at McDonald, I will plead guilty on Monday." I was in my car, but putting all the luggage, and their phone rang. McDonald pled guilty that day. So we unpacked the car, and I went on media because to make sure that, reputation is more valuable for them. So we decided we call all the media, and they they've been very collaborative on that. Okay, Maple Leaf. This one, it's on Tillytoon. It comes from Alberta. We had some, thought, and people say, okay, if it comes from somewhere else, it's not regulated by the Quebec law. It is. So we made that demonstration with that one. And we have some others actually investigated by Office de la Protection du Consommateur. So McDonald, this one with the Coke and the little robot, it's in the Muppet Show movie. So its product placement is really popular also. And in that same movie, we had a Red Bull also a product placement. So pretty concerning. And some sponsorship of games on PlayStation or other platforms. One who's pretty active on the web is Red Bull. They made some advert games with a little plane, paper plane. So, and when you knock a Red Bull can, you have more energy. And there is so many one. And the other one in the right hand corner is a little boy saying to her mother, I want to go to the club where women dance. And she said, oh no, just when the pig will have wings. And he gives some Red Bull to the pigs, and then they fly, and we see the next scene is in a cabaret. So pretty good taste. Yeah. So it's on the web, and it's pretty accessible, and we made, of course, a complaint about it, and we'll see what will be the results. So it's been a while that we critique the Office de la protection du consommateur because they don't have enough surveillance resources. They don't take into consideration the new media habit. For example, when I was a kid, when they introduced ATLA, I used to watch cartoon between 5 and 7 p.m. on weekdays, and it was in the morning of the weekends between maybe 8 and 10. So they develop a schedule, about marketing to consider when it is marketing to children, and they didn't adapt it during the year. Now we have 24-hour channels, many channels direct for children, and so I guess that they were shy because the Office de la protection du consommateur revised the guide. They put it online. They didn't say anything about it, and we have some alert, every day about what's new on about the Office de la protection du consommateur. We have complaints about travel agency and everything. We didn't get that one. We found it 2 weeks after it was online on their website, so I guess they were shy. So it's not a big revision. It's mostly graphic design revision, but just to let you know that it's a brand new one. Okay, exclusion. So we try to make it to improve the. Oh, it's stuck. Is it? Sorry. Okay, click to have click. It works. Okay. So we have some exclusion in the law. Showcase, container, packaging, labels, magazine for children, show advertising and display. That's why the EGAR thing in the store is fine. I think it's tired. Maybe the computer watched the Oscar yesterday. I don't know. Okay, so here is our public policy option recommendation for Quebec. We have to take into account all new marketing tactics. I have to admit that in the new guide they mention of the Office de la protection du consommateur, they mentioned the web, so which is fantastic. But still, they forgot to think about product placement, sales promotion, cross promotion using celebrities, brand mascot, and etc. Also, they didn't take into account the new viewing habits. As I mentioned before, Teletoon is now 24 hours a day. A kid can be in front of the TV at 3 a.m. But also, when we watch at the data, you in the previous, but the actual regulation about time schedule viewing habits, it's finished at 7. Children shouldn't be in front of their TV. It's not marketing to children anymore. But when we look at the data, they're still in front of the TV at 8:30 p.m. So, and also surveillance resources, because we have a law, but nobody to apply it. It's really frozen. Okay. So I was talking to you about the cereals company website. So as you can see, when they introduce a new page saying, are you from Quebec? If you're from Quebec and you are between 6 and 12, you're not allowed to come to that site. So of course, I'm not sure that children are really honest in that. Okay, so we have two options. The first one is an overall ban. For that, if you want to introduce it in Ontario, you have to amend Food and Drug Act. Sorry, Food and Drug Act is at the federal level, and Competition Act is at the provincial level. So it's easier for application. It's based on a Quebec experience, and it's equitable across industries. The other one is a partial ban, as Brian mentioned. So you have to define LT food, but there is more and more LT food definition actually, and we order a report about it if you want. It's on our website. It's produced by Option Consommateur, and it's available in French and in English. So we try to find everywhere around the world where they define healthy food to help you in that. So this is what I was saying. I have here an example. Sorry, it's about BC, but we have the same about Ontario. If you go on our website, or you can come to see me, I have a poster just in the room beside, and I can give you my card, and I'll be able to send you the legal advice that we have regarding Ontario. So do not hesitate to contact me if you have any question, and I'll see you later for my second conference in English of the day. Thank you, everyone.